If you want to build a soundproof room outside or a garage conversion or some sort of garden room, you need to consider these things. First of all, consider the roof. You've got to get the roof right. Most roofing systems are either a warm roof or a cold roof, and both of them will channel the noise into the neighbour's property. Next, you want to consider a floating room within a room, isolating your new room from the structure. So if you've got a bricked building or a concrete construction outside, which I think is the best for acoustic drums, you then want to build a floating room within that, isolated from the ceiling, wall and floor. Next, you want to consider the doors. There's no point building a concrete construction or a floating room within a room if you don't have a double door system. You definitely need maybe 3 doors for acoustic drums for the best results, but you could get away with a double door system, depending on the proximity you are from the neighbour's property. Next, you need to consider the floor, but remember the floor is one of the last things you do. You build all the room, even do all the plastering before you install the floor. Then you want to consider climate control. How are you going to heat the room? A soundproof room will have very good thermal qualities, but you do need to consider the climate control in the room. Next, you want to consider the devices. This is things like your lighting, the electrical sockets, your speaker cables, your Ethernet cables, your internet. A good soundproof room will struggle to get a Wi-Fi signal in it. You might want to consider a screen with CCTV or a window, because these rooms are very isolated. Something that gives you some sort of picture of the outside world, I really recommend. Next, consider the air in and out. Working in these rooms for about 40 minutes to an hour with no air in and out, they will give you a headache. So consider then air in and air out, an air ventilation system. And then you want to consider the sound absorption in the room. A lot of people forget the sound absorption in the room. If you've created a soundproof room, that's a lot of highly reflective surfaces in the room, and you want to make the room more acoustically comfortable. Consider sound absorption to the largest area where your ear is closest to, like the ceiling. Then consider positioning certain sound absorption panels and diffusers around the room, which is right for your particular noise that you're making. Follow for more useful tips on how to reduce noise in your home.